Jamie, a 13-3 win, a much-needed win for this Boulders squad, especially against Newark.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, they've had our number all year. We know that, and you know, throwing a different arm against them tonight was something we had planned, and we planned for about a week. And Charlie coming out and throwing the ball, you know, kind of in front of his hometown crowd. I don't think you're going to get much better start than that.
6'7" righty. He's got that fastball around 90, 91 consistently, but he's also got a very good repertoire of breaking pitches.
Yeah, you know, his off speed was pretty good. I mean, threw the breaking ball well tonight, but his two-seamer's outstanding. And I mean, he runs that in on their hands, and it's tough to hit. I mean, as big as he is, you know, he's releasing the ball at about 53, 54 feet, and you know, he reaches it out there, and he threw the ball real well and nice downhill all night.
I've actually seen it a couple of times against you guys, where a pitcher you guys haven't seen before seems to have some success. What does a pitcher facing a team for the first time have an advantage?
Well, I mean, you know, in this league, I mean, it's so hard because you're facing guys 20 times. I mean, you know everybody, you know, what everybody's go-to pitch is. So, you know, they know that when they come out and face us and they're going to see Christ, they're going to better hit his fastball quick, you know, and jump on that, or you know, with Sauce, you throw Sauce out there, you gotta get that fastball, or they're gonna carve you up because they're gonna throw that off speed and, you know, keep you off balance.
It's kind of a weird number with this Rockland squad in Newark, obviously the record, but coming into today, there are only 4 games played at home for you guys in this series against Newark. How much different is a ball game when you're playing in front of your home crowd?
No, I mean, you play in front of a crowd like this. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I mean, this is what you come to Rockland for, to play in front of a big crowd and be taken care of by your home fans. And, you know, obviously the guys stepped it up tonight. I mean, it's, again, like you said, you know, we haven't played these guys at our place a lot, and it shows. I mean, we just have not played well in Newark, and we're very happy that we don't have to go back there.
I was talking with Jaron Matthews briefly on my way back up here, and he kind of joked, it's kind of getting to be Rutgers North up here. You got 4 former Scarlet Knights on the team.
Yeah, you know, and all of them are producing. And that's big for us right now. You know, we got guys that these rookies that are showing up, and you have to have impact rookies to have success in this league. And right now, you know, we have some guys that are rookies that are really proving themselves.
We've talked before about Neister and, of course, about Matthews, but tell me a little bit about Nathaniel Rowe, the guy who finished the game tonight for you.
Yeah, you know, Nate is another power guy, you know, fastball slider guy, and he's going to have success, and it's just kind of getting his feet wet, and we've tried to throw him out there as much as we could in a nice cushion situation. You know, last night, obviously, they had the lead. Comes out, not much pressure on him, and again, you know, tonight where you know, we've got a padded lead, but we have to see what he's going to be able to do, and you know, we're happy with the way he's throwing the ball right now.
13-3 win here for the Rockland Boulders over the Newark Bears. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Rubber game will be tomorrow here at Provident Bank Park at 5 o'clock. But the offense got started early. Jared Edmondson, 2-run blast in the first inning.
Yeah, you know, I left the pitch up in the zone, and Jared was able to take care of it. And you know, getting that 2-0 lead, I think, against these guys right off the bat was huge, especially the way that Charlie was throwing the ball. More importantly, Charlie going out there and just pitching strikes, working fast, a lot of ground balls. I mean, I think he had 11 ground balls tonight. I mean, if he's going to be able to do that with that 2-seamer, we play good defense, he's going to have a lot of success.
It was impressive to see Charlie in his first professional start not really have any signs of nervousness whatsoever. He was firing in first pitch strikes all the time.
You know, and you know, he got himself into a situation where he get a guy on. What did he do? He went out and threw that 2-seamer and got it in on the hands. I mean, Scotty called a great game for him. I think he saw that power sinker. It's almost like a sinker, you know, it's a 2-seamer that runs in, and you know, when you have a pitch like that and you can run it in on their hands and get the ground ball, you're going to get a chance to turn some double plays, and we were able to do that tonight. 3
of them in the first 3 innings as well to end the innings. Talk to me about that third. Bases loaded and only 1 out, but you guys able to get out of that inning with another double play.
It's a tough inning. You know, Bridger hit that ball down the line that I still, you know, Timmy did a great job behind the plate, but I joke with him that I still say it's foul. But you know, he called it a fair ball, and we have to settle in, and we have to make pitches. And you know, I say we, it's not a we, it's, you know, he's got to be out there, and to have a young kid out there doing just what he did, and being able to, you know, get a ground ball to third, and nice, you know, making a nice backhand, but more importantly, setting his feet and getting a good throw across the diamond. Big situation. You
brought him up, Bridger Hunt, guy leading the league in batting average. What is so difficult to get him out?
Don't ask. We don't know. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, look, I mean, the guy's got to be hitting close to 600 off this. He really does, you know, and even the outs he made in the last inning, he hits a, you know, a line drive to second base. And you know, Bridger's got a great year going for himself, and you know, we're kind of mind boggled by it, but you know, if we could score some runs and we can be aggressive and do what we did tonight, you know, we don't have to worry about it, you know, what that one guy or 2 guys can do in the lineup. I mean, we just have to stay on our path of, you know, put the ball in play and make things happen. We're going to run and take extra bases. It doesn't matter if it's the first or it's the ninth. That's how we're going to do it.
Danny Bomback struggling in the month of July. You put him up in that leadoff spot, obviously going to get more fastballs as a leadoff hitter, but he comes through today in a pretty solid offensive
Yeah, you know, he has been struggling, and he's a little banged up. People don't know how hurt some of these guys are, and, you know, we know it. And, just to take a little pressure off. You know, Webby, you know, is putting a great year together, and he's a fantastic leadoff hitter. And you know, he'll be back up there at some point. But it was nice just to put Bummer in that, you know, that leadoff spot. He came up in a big RBI situation, was able to hit a double, and you know, score 2 guys on that. That's huge for us.
Box score is only going to show Matt Nannon is going, or excuse me, Stephen Cardullo is going 1 for 1, but he gets on base 5 times today with 4 walks.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to see it again. You know, I mean, he went through a time where, you know, he was hitting the ball at everybody and was struggling a little bit. But tonight, you know, I think he's really come around there in the last 3 or 4 days. He's had some big knocks for us. When we were in Quebec, he swung the bat extremely well, and it carried over to the last couple of days. So we're excited to have him back too.
When you have these offensive outbursts, how do you try and bottle it and continue it on in consecutive games and start to string these things together?
Bottling it and bringing it back the next day, it's awful hard to do. I mean, when you win a game by 10 runs, tomorrow's going to be a 1 or 2 run ball game. That's just kind of how baseball works. But, you know, if we can continue to have good at-bats and see balls up in the zone and take care of them and not miss them. You know, we've missed some pitches. We missed some pitches probably a lot more than we should have here in the last couple of weeks. And we struggled with runners in scoring position, and that this team doesn't do that. We have to put the ball in play and make the other team, you know, make mistakes. And when we do that, you know, whether it's hitting a ground ball with a man on third base to get the RBI early in the game, those things add up. And if we can continue to put the ball in play and get those early RBIs, it makes a big difference. When
you're in the locker room with this squad, and the one thing that a lot of the players have said, and we've even seen it with you, no matter what the previous day's outcome was, you show up at the ballpark every single day the same exact way. As you're trying to now put some distance between you and New Jersey and secure a playoff spot, what kind of mentality do you take into the locker room?
We just have to go out and do what we do best. You know, if we sit back and try to let the game come to us, it's not going to work for us. You know, we've got a good squad, and we've got a lot of young players that are producing, and I think that they're buying in with what we do, and they know how to take the extra base, and they know how to push the issue when we need to offensively. You know, put the ball in play. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll continue to say it. You know, we just have to put the ball in play and make teams make mistakes. And this team did that tonight. They gave us a couple openings with a couple of ground balls that they booted. And you know, when we can get them to make an error and then produce right after it, it just takes the wind out of everybody else's sail. It does the same for us. You know, when we play good defense, we win, and when we don't, you see what can happen.
You guys did that in the 5th inning, mainly with Jaron Matthews. 2-ounce little blooper into left field. He ended up getting a double out of it. Goes to steal second, errant throw, and he scores on that play.
Yeah, I mean those small things add up. You know, I mean obviously even I don't know if it was that inning or later. You know, when there's a man on we got a man on second, we're up by 4 or 5, and it's still the 5th inning. You know, you got to press the issue. You know, Scotty's up. He swings at the first pitch. He's down 0-1. Let's try and take third. Let's try and make something happen. What happens? He throws it to third base. You know, Jaron didn't get a great jump, but we push the issue. The catcher throws it, gets by the third baseman, and boom, we get an extra run. And that takes the wind out of everybody's sails. And right after that's when we, put a big number up.
Nice 10-run win here today for the Rockland Boulders, 13-3 over the Newark Bears. I got to ask you, I know you're a New England guy. Bucky Dent and Roy White throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah, I told Bucky that I talked to him yesterday and said I'll probably be out there to catch the first pitch, but I just had to let Deuce do it. Deuce is a big Yankee guy, and I told Bucky, I think you understand. I'm from the Boston area. I think you can understand at 5 years old how he broke my heart. So we appreciate you being here, but I'm gonna let him catch it. So he loved it.
13-3, Rockland Boulders win over the Newark Bears here today. Rubber game tomorrow, 5 o'clock here at Provident Bank Park. You can listen to the game live on the Rockland Boulders Radio Network. Jamie Keefe, the manager. Jamie, as always, thanks a lot for the time.
Thanks.